Welcome back to Cloudy ML YouTube channel. Today we will talk about resume and LinkedIn optimization for data roles, 2025 edition. Crafting a resume, LinkedIn profile tailored for data roles, part 2.
So if you see this is my profile. This is my profile, how it looks like. The first image that we go there and we understand that it is a kind of the image that you see first. It's a simple, sober image where you see me in a proper formal attire and with a neutral background. So always make sure that you put a neutral background. You have a formal picture. Do not crop your picture. Do not paste a party picture. Do not paste a casual picture. Your picture is the first representation of your profile. So please make sure that you create the good first impression. As soon as you move downward, you see a headline. A headline, what it means? It means that what all things that you are proficient in. Let's say you are a fresher. So my idea to you is that mention the tech stacks. Let's say you are a fresher. So maybe you can mention that tools that you've learned. Maybe you can mention Python. Then that is should be separated by a type. And then we can write SQL. Then we can write Power BI. We can write tools. We can write the recent advancement tool. You can write about GenAI as well. So always make sure that you write something which you are confident of and is trending in the industry. So mention those things so that they can catch the eye of the recruiter or the other person who is sitting in front of you. I hope the first part makes sense to you that how you have to leverage your these things up, right? Now we go down. Okay, if you go down, we see the section called as about. Now, what is the about section? Many of us underestimate this thing, but please understand, about is a very important section which gives a holistic summary of what is your profile all about, what you are interested in, and how you can contribute to the other company. So maybe it's a hiring manager, maybe it's a recruiter, or maybe it's a company who is looking into your profile. So they may be first interested in knowing about you. So knowing about you gives you an understanding that what all tech stacks you hold, any achievements that you unlocked, and what is your current work and how you can contribute to them as a company as a whole. So you have to mention in the about section deeply about what is your passion, what is your interest, what are the things that you've done, and how you can help them in the project. Always make sure that you mention your mail ID there. Never mention your phone number. That can be misused. So I always advise to the students, the learners, that please mention your mail ID rather than your phone number. Okay. So that is all about the about section. Then comes the featured part. Featured part is basically where you can mention any achievements, any kind of recognitions that you have hold in your current organization, in your school, in your company, in your college, and you can hold them, you can attach them, and you can, if any viral article that you have posted and that article got viral, so you can go get those as featured where your contribution has made some impact, right? So you can talk about that in detail and that would give you a upper edge. Then comes the experience part. Experience part is also a very important part, folks. Why it is an important part? Experience part is an important part. Why? Because it makes you understand. It makes you understand that what all things that you've done. Now, very important that I wanted to highlight in the experience part. Do not mention only the company name. Do not mention only the things that you have done in a particular company, in a particular organization, or in your personal business as a whole. Quantify your things. Very important thing that you have to quantify. You have to quantify the things. Quantification is very important, folks. If you're not quantifying your things, then it does not make much sense. So always make sure that whenever you write about any company, whenever you write about your experiences, please make sure that you quantify your experiences so that it knows that how you have made any kind of impact in that company. So quantification is very important, which I see that it is missing in most of the learners. So do not write that, yeah, you have learned about Power BI, you have learned about SQL, you have done analysis on the top of using Python, SQL, Power BI, or any other tool of machine learning. Mention how you have used your skills to bring kind of some quantification, some kind of impact in that company. Like the way just I have mentioned, right? So please make sure that you mention like these things in detail. where you have some quantification, where you have some credibility to your sources, which makes that yeah, you have actually done that product. So this is what you can do. So as I mentioned, you can see all those things in detail, right? That I have quantified all the things. Mention all the experiences that you have. So whatever the experience that I had, I have mentioned all the experiences. Similarly, could be mentioned by you, and you can get an overall idea about that. Okay. Then comes this is done. Then comes the part of education. Now, education is also important, which I see that people tend to ignore. Education are a kind of a credibility which gives to your profile that your profile is authentic, and it can be trusted. So please mention the complete education of your internships, of your schooling, of your college, if any, and if any certification of if any recognition that you hold, please mention that explicitly so that the reviewer get understand that yeah, you are a talented guy. Okay, so please mention that as well. Now, very underestimated part, that is license and certifications. License and certifications are something that we tend to ignore. Why? Because either we have not done any certifications, or if we have done any certification, we tend to not to mention it. See, license, certification, all those things, although it looks pretty much flashy on the paper, right? I agree to that, that this cannot judge or tell you the complete clarity about the candidate. But understand, you are going into the market where various things are kept. If you're not going to showcase you in a very good way, you're not, if you're going to get skimmed from the recruiter's eye. So we have to make ourselves presentable. In order to make yourself presentable, you have to mention all the licenses, all the certifications, all the courses that you've done, so that the next person gets an idea that yeah, you are a highly certified data analyst or data scientist who has a keen idea of learning and has created some impact in the work that he has done so far. So you have to mention that as well. Any personal projects, any kind of college projects, any kind of freelancing project that you've done, so you can mention about those projects as well, and you can mention about the impact that it has created and the work that you have done. So you can mention about those projects in detail, like the one which I have mentioned. Then next comes the skills part. Skills part is going to be also very important. Why skills part is important? Because it will tell you that it will recommend you the jobs that you might be interested in. So whatever skills that you have learned, you are learning, or you are interested in, please mention all those skills that you are proficient in. Maybe of the difficulty, small, medium, high, but please ensure that you have those skills in your uh, LinkedIn profile so that it looks more authentic, and it looks more the recommendations comes more clearer to you that yeah, these are profiles that you might be interested in. Because there could be scenarios where the recruiter or the hiring manager would pick someone of the interest who has the similar skills like that of a data analyst. So please make sure that you have the all the skills mentioned which are there in the data analyst or data scientist, so that the shortlisting part of the process, if there is from the LinkedIn part, then it becomes pretty much easy for the recruiter or the hiring manager. So please make sure that you mention that up as well. Okay. So these are the things that are pretty much useful. If you mention this, then you can make your resume, you can make your LinkedIn in a very presentable way. Now the only thing that once you have done this, it should not be the case that you are sitting idle. See, do not waste your time by simply making your LinkedIn profile and just waiting and just liking and commenting on the post. I always tend to do the take the stand that this is the error of social media, where you have to give the engagement, where you have to tell that yeah, I am sellable. Okay, my product is sellable, my services are sellable. So you have to post something which is relevant. Whatever you have learned, whatever you have understood, whatever you have revised so far, kindly make a habit that you post at least once in a week. That will develop a habit of posting, and maybe maximum people might be engaging in your post, as well as the recruiters might be engaging in your post, which can eventually help you in your interviews. So understand, it's a game of sellable, that I'm again telling you. If you're not able to sell up in a very good way, then you are left behind. There are plenty of people trading in the markets. No one is going to get take eyes on you. Why? Unless and until you do something special. And that special is when you showcase your skills. Showcasing skills is through the making a profile that I've just told you, and posting regularly. maybe in a week, maybe 2 times in a week, maybe 3 times in a month, anything that you can done, but have a habit of consistency where you post regularly about what all things that you've learned, what all things that are in your domain, any particular news that you find exciting and needs to be shared. So things, any kind of recognition that you have got, so keep sharing that as well. Multiple things that you need to understand, and that is how you progress in this journey. Okay, so this is how you have to make your LinkedIn profile, and you have to optimize your LinkedIn. So once you maintain this profile, definitely the answers would be there. Definitely there would be recruiters who would be reaching to profile, who would be you would be seeing them. Okay, and they would be connecting with you because they find that yeah, this person is relevant to our industry and can make some valuable product and can give some valuable insights and recommendations to the end user, which are ultimately very important from the user's perspective and from the company's perspective as a whole, right? So please make sure that you do that up. Similarly, in the resume part, I would advise everyone that always write a bullet data point product. So that is very important. Quantify the things. I'll be sharing a resume. Okay, in the link box below, you'll be finding a resume. We'll get a template that how should a template be made so that it is ATS friendly, and uh, how you can make this resume in a very ATS friendly template way, and that can get you selected. So it's a simple, crisp resume. I will share you a link on the comment section below or on the description box, and you can have a look to this and you can make a tailored resume in that direction. So I hope you got an idea. I'll share this file as well so that you get an idea that yeah, what is this thing all about. But I guess through this part of through this 15-20 minutes of lecture, I hope you got an idea that how to make your LinkedIn profile and how to get it selected or get it noticed in the year 2025. So I hope that makes sense. Let's meet in the next session. Till then, have a great day. Thank you.
Thanks for watching.